What's this? What's this? Oh my goodness, what's this? If you guys love Nightmare Before Christmas as much as I do, and you are ready to see my thoughts and opinions on this and how I created this stunning look, definitely keep on watching. Hey everyone, it's 10, and I am extremely excited for today's video. So if you can tell by my shirt and the title of this video, we are going to be reviewing the Nightmare Before Christmas collection by Makeup Revolution. Now, I got everything except for one gloss, and that was the Oogie Boogie gloss, and for some reason that one just like sold out almost instantly. But I have everything else. We are going to do swatches first, and then we are going to get into a tutorial using it. So if you rather just skip through to see the tutorial, then I will have it down in the description box when that begins. If not, let's jump right in because I am so excited. Alright, so The Nightmare Before Christmas has always been one of my absolute favorite movies. I know, typical, but I'm obsessed with it, always have been. So when I saw this collection, I jumped for it. I chose it over the ColourPop Hocus Pocus palette collection. But I did do a review on the palette because my friend let me borrow hers. But I chose this over that, and I can't say that I'm disappointed. So here are the products. We'll start off with the bags. Now they are pretty big. I'll have the prices down on the screen right here because I do not remember them off the top of my head, and sorry about that. That is the inside. So they are pretty big, can fit a lot of products, and this one has the design of Jack the Skeleton and Zero, and then this is the other one, and again it is the same size, so it is also really big, but it is clear. It has Oogie Boogie, it has Zero, it has Jack the Skeleton, it has Sally, it has Zero in his little doghouse. So if this one was black, I think I'd like it more, but I like the other one a lot more because it is black, and black, I don't want to say it's my favorite color because purple is my favorite color, but black is really up there. I love stuff with a black finish. Alright, so I also got the makeup brush set. So let's open this. Here is the case. It is actually pretty small. I mean, I'm sure it's big enough to fit all the brushes, but it is a little smaller than I was expecting. And then here are the 4 brushes. Let me pull them off. This is the face brush. Now, I have already done my foundation, setting powder, concealer, blush, and bronzer. And my dumb butt forgot to use this. But as for the quality of this brush, it doesn't feel like it's bad quality. So looking back, if I'm completely honest with myself and you guys, this is one thing that I do sort of regret buying, just because $24 for 4 brushes is really, really up there and expensive. At that point, you are just paying for the packaging, not the quality, which they're not bad quality, but I don't want to say I regret because I do think they're super cute, but I would not spend $24 on it again. Now, it isn't, I don't know if it's plastic per se. It's not nothing crazy. And this is the flat brush, and I will use this later for the highlights that I have for this collection. And then you get 2 eye brushes, and here they are. This is a fluffy blending brush, which I will be using for today's makeup. And then this is like an angled brush, so it's used more for like eyeliners and for your brows and stuff. So that's the only brushes that they have in there. So I may have to dabble into another set of brushes to make this work, but we are going to try to just use these 2. Actually, I know it ain't going to work, so we are going to dabble into some other brushes, but I will definitely use these. I am disappointed that there are not more brushes in it because this is not a full set of brushes enough to even make a makeup look. So I wish it had either been 4 eye brushes or just 4 face brushes rather than 2 of each, because I mean, at that point you have to dabble into other brushes anyways. So here they are inside the packaging. And as stated, they fit in there perfectly, but that noise, but they do not, you know, fit a lot. So again, it's pretty small in my opinion. Again, I personally wouldn't go back for those. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to jump into is the highlights. Now, I did buy both highlights. Here is the Moonlight Mischief and Madness highlight. This packaging is just absolutely gorgeous. And then this is the Misfit Love. And again, I just love, love, love that packaging. Alright, so we are going to jump into the Moonlight Mischief and Madness and open it up. And the packaging on the inside matches the box, which is just absolutely gorgeous to me. It opens on the side, almost like a book. And there is the highlight right there. On the spine right here, it says just the Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. And then on the top flap, it says Moonlight Mischief and Madness, which is just absolutely adorable. It has an indentation, sorry about that, it has an indentation of Jack the Skeleton inside the highlight. So let's pull off this clear one and let's have a touch. So I am just going to lightly run my finger around it. And then I'm going to take it right here. Look at that. That is just, that's stunning. I love, love, love bright highlighters like that. I'm really shocked on the quality of this highlight. I was not expecting it to be that, what's the word? Not pigmented, but I wasn't expecting it to be that good whenever I opened it. So that is definitely great. Here is the other one, Misfit Love. And again, the packaging is the exact same as the box, which I absolutely adore. And it also opens the exact same way from the side. This one did come with some debris on the side. And this one is, they're really similar, and I'll hold them up side by side in a second. But this one is just a little bit more tan. Again, the spine just says The Nightmare Before Christmas. And then the front flap says Misfit Love. So let me pull off this plastic and do a swatch for you guys really fast. Alright, I'm going to do the same general thing. I'm just going to take my finger and do a light swatch around the sides. And I am going to swatch it right beside this one. So again, super great quality. Now it isn't, I don't want to say it's soft and creamy, because it's not, but it's not, what's the words I'm looking for? Sorry. It's not super, super creamy, but it is soft and it does come on really smooth. So I wouldn't say it's like Jeffree Star quality, but it is definitely good quality. And absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous swatches. Here you can see the difference in the top one with the Mischief Madness, Moonlight Mischief and Madness shade, and then the bottom one being Misfit Love. I'm not 100% sure which one I'm going to use. Realistically, I will probably use the lighter shade just because I like that one better, because I like the bright, bright highlights. Alright, so next we are going to get into the glosses. As stated, I got 3 out of the 4 because they sold out of the Oogie Boogie. Here are the 3 glosses. Again, just absolutely adorable packaging. Now, Sally is a pink, Zero is a clear gloss, and Jack is more of a nude. So we are going to start with the Jack. Let me get it open. Here is the packaging for Jack the Skeleton. Again, super, super cute. Here is the color. It is a nude, almost glittery color. We are going to do a little swatch. Let's do it right here. Now, it is pretty sheer, but you can see a little bit of the pigment, but this is also a nude, which is really close to my skin tone. So I'm excited to try these out. That's perfect for just an everyday look, or, you know, if I'm just wanting to throw something on my lips to make me feel like I don't look like I'm dead. Next, we are going to get into Sally. That is what her packaging looks like, and it is a super bright pink, really glittery. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but it's super, super glittery, absolutely beautiful. Alright, let me swatch it right here beside Jack. Again, it is a little on the sheer side because it is a gloss. Let me put another layer on top. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, personally, I feel like I would have liked just a little bit more pigment in that, but it is not horrible. So I'm definitely excited to use that one as well because it's perfect to bring a lot of looks together. And then lastly, I got Zero. I've always wanted a clear gloss. This is just, the packaging is to die for. I love it. And it is just a clear gloss right here. Just beautiful. Again, this is perfect to add on top of any lipstick that you want to turn from a matte to a more of a glossy finish, or just to wear on its own and make your lips a little more glossy. So I am very excited about those. And the last things that I got are the palettes, which I'm sure, is what everyone wants to see. So first we'll get into Sally. Now the back has the shade numbers with all the ingredients. I'm going to open it up and pull out the palette. Again, like with all theirs, the inside packaging is the same as their box. On the back, it has the shade numbers, but it does not have the ingredients like the box does. Absolutely love, love, love the design work. It opens like a book and has two sides of shadows. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous colors. This one is a little more neutral than the Jack palette. I'm going to pull off the plastic really fast. Alright. And we are going to dabble into some shades. I don't know exactly what shades I want to touch yet because I just want to touch them all. But I don't know if you guys want to sit through me touching them all. So we are just going to go into Scream Queen right here. We are going to touch Thistle right here. And we are going to touch Frog's Breath right here. And let's do one more. These are all shimmers too. And we are going to dabble into this orange shimmer called Jack-o'-lantern. Now, I barely touched all of them because I have this like OCD thing about being really light. And here is what we get. This is the first shade. This is the second shade. This is the third shade. And this is the last shade. And just look at those. I absolutely love it. It came off really, really nice. I am excited to see how these look on the eyes because they look stunning swatched. Now, just because they swatch perfect doesn't mean that they will wear perfect, but fingers crossed because I'm absolutely loving it. Now, let's get into some of the mattes because I did not swatch any of the mattes. It's so hard to choose colors with it. There's not as many mattes in this palette, I'm noticing by looking at it right now. So we are going to jump into Dr. Frankenstein right here. Frankenstein. So we are going to jump into Dr. Finkelstein. I knew that wasn't the right name. We are going to jump into Love is Eternal. And we are going to touch Frightful right here. And here you go. Again, pretty pigmented. I am going to go over this shade one more time and see if it is buildable. And that was in Dr. Finkelstein. And I'm just going to go over the same spot again. Looks like it is very, very buildable. Again, absolutely beautiful shades, beautiful swatches. So I'm very excited to use this palette. Next is the Jack palette. Now, I don't know why. Maybe it's because I have an obsession with skeletons. But Jack the Skeleton was always my favorite character. Here is his palette. And I do like this palette more because look at all those beautiful blues in this palette. Oh my goodness. Let me peel off the stickers really fast. Oh goodness, this one don't want to come off. There we go. This one did leave a little bit of sticky stuff on the side right here that you can see. So not a huge fan of that. But that is also because if you prefer, unlike me, just ripping them off because I know they'll get in the way and I'll get frustrated, you can leave it like this. So that way you can just close it and put it back on. But personally, that just doesn't work for me because I get very frustrated very fast at them. So I just take it off. Now, something I noticed in this one, that I'll have to open the other one real fast. This right here in the crease, I don't know if you can see it. It says Moonlight, Mischief, and Madness, which is just so cute and creative. Such a small detail, and I love it. This one says Misfit Love. So I did not notice that on first glance, but that is absolutely cute. Alright, so we are going to jump into this palette and do a couple swatches. We are going to swatch, oh my goodness, I don't know. We're going to touch Toy Duck right here. We are going to touch Mischief right here. We are going to touch Oogie's Lair right here. And let's touch the Sally right here. Alright. Beautiful, beautiful swatches. Here you go. That was Toy Duck. Look at that blue, you guys. That one was a little too close to the other, and I'm sorry, but beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now, again, I don't know how these perform on the eyes, but I'm excited to see. I heard so many mixed reviews whenever I looked up Makeup Revolution, whenever I went to order these. Because I haven't tried Makeup Revolution yet, and it has mixed reviews. So, I'm hoping that it works great, as I'm expecting. Because if not, I'm going to be a little sad. So, let's see. Find some mattes. I'm going to touch Oogie Boogie, Behemoth. Let's go with Barrel right here, this brown. And then let's go with Santa Claus, a matte. Well, we are going to touch it anyways. Alright, there is the 4 matte shades. And then here we go. Look at that. So again, great swatches. Go play, baby, okay? Alright, play quietly. Sorry. So again, just great, beautiful swatches, and I am very, very, very excited to jump in and dig into these palettes. I do not know if I want to do I'm probably just going to use one palette today, and I will be back on in the future really soon using the other palette, only because I do have another video to film after this one. So I'm just going to do one single look. So let's jump right in. Alright, so I have this little back clip right here that I'm going to take and pull back my bangs so that way they don't get into my face while I am recording, or not while I'm doing my eyes. And we are going to jump right into the Jack the Skeleton palette. Now it is, like I said, sticky. I will have to take an alcohol prep pad and wipe that down, but other than that, just look at this. Now, I'm going to dig into the blues just because I cannot resist them. They are calling my name. Now again, I am going to take a completely different brush other than what's in the set. This is the Lavish Pencil Brush. And that is because the blending brush is a little big and I do have hooded eyes. So if I take that blending brush, it is going to just cover my whole eye because I do have small eyes. Now, I have absolutely no idea what shades or look I am going to do, so I'm going to stare at it. For a minute and then decide. So after staring at my palette for just a minute, I have finally decided what eye look I think I'm going to go for. Now I am going to just prime my eyes before we dig in, and this is the Pretty Vulgar eyeshadow primer. I do have very small lids, and I also do have hooded eyes, which cause my eyes to crease. And I do have a tanner skin tone, so this helps the pigments to not crease as much and to show up better on my skin tone. I have noticed a huge difference since whenever I first started versus now, and since using eyeshadow primer. So that is something that I personally will always use. Now, not everyone has to. I have seen people create beautiful looks without having to use it, but as for me personally, I have to have it. So let's put this on really, really fast. This is just a clear eyeshadow primer. Once I have that on, I can dig in. Alright, so first thing first is I am going to use my Lavish pencil brush. And I am going to dip it into the shade right here called Behemoth. There is very, very little fallout, but that being said, I do go into it very, very light because I am very, weird about it. I do not like to just, dabble my brush into it. I like to just lightly pick up a little bit of the shade and go into my eyelids because I don't know why. I'm just very, OCD about the way that I use my palettes and about being nice to them and not just scrumbling out a shade. Alright, and I'm going to take this and I'm going to apply it up here just a little bit above my crease. I find that looking up just a little bit helps me with the placement. Now it is a little bit more on the lighter shade or lighter side, so I am going to go in with it a second time, and that definitely brought it out a lot more than the first time. And then I'm going to go right here one more time. Now, let's do it one more time on that side as well. Now, you do have to apply a couple layers because if you just apply one layer, it was slightly patchy. But for the price point, I am not mad at this palette. So I'm going to take the blending brush included with the Nightmare Before Christmas set and try blending it out just a little bit on those edges. And I hope that you cannot hear that in the background, so that way I don't get copyrighted issues. My son is 3 and he is obsessed with Frozen, so he is in there watching that. So hopefully you cannot hear that because I can hear it really loud. Alright, so this brush is really dense for a blending brush in my personal opinion. So I'm going to grab my Lavish blending brush. It's called a tapered blending brush, and I am going to try that and see if that works out just a little bit better. I'm going to pick up just a little bit more color onto my blending brush. So I don't know what's going on right here, but it is a little on the pinky side. I don't know if that's from the brush. Alright, so truthfully, it does not blend that greatly. I'm going to try to add a little bit more and redo that and go from there. But so far, I am not having the greatest luck with blending personally. And it could be me, maybe I'm just doing something wrong. But let's redo this and then try blending it out. Again, it could be because I went in with the other brush first. I don't see a huge difference with the blending. So it does not blend. It's not, what's the word? It doesn't blend out great, and it also just causes it to disappear. So I'm going in this last time, and I'm just going to take very little on my brush right here and try blending it that way. Alright, and I do like that just a little bit better, but it definitely not the best at blending out, if that makes sense. Now I'm going to use my color switch and take the exact same brush, and I'm going to dig into, oh, which color? I'm going to dig into the Dead of Night right here, that beautiful dark blue. I am changing up the look that I was originally going to do because of the blendability, and because I do have to film a second video and I don't want to do anything too crazy. So I'm going to take this and put it a little bit under that blue. Alright, and then I am going to also use my color switch and then take this one right here and try blending those two together and see how well that they go together. They definitely blend into each other a lot better than I was expecting. So I am going to take, just a little bit more, and no, let's see. I'm very indecisive. So I think I'm going to dig into Jack's house right here. And, well, you know what? I haven't used a lot of matte. So let's, sorry. I can't decide what I want to do, you guys. Send help. I don't know if I want to dabble into Jack's house right here or the Hinterlands. Let me swatch them both and try to decide from there. This one or this one. I feel like the top shimmer would just go with the look that I am creating a little bit better. That is Jack's house. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on my same brush. And then I'm going to put it right here. So far, I am loving this so much. I'm going to take just a little bit in the lowest part of my crease right here. I did not get enough on the brush for that. No, I did take a little bit more than I wanted to because it does have a blue hint to it. So whenever you turn, it almost looked like it wasn't going on. So I didn't think it was going on when it was. So I'm going to, again, blend that out just a little bit. I am loving how this is coming together. It is coming together a lot better than I was expecting when I first got started. Now I am going to take just a little bit. Give me just a second. Alright, now I'm going to take just a little bit of concealer and cut the crease right there for the next shade, because I did happen to get a lot more on the bottom half of my eye right here than what I wanted to. So I'm just going to take just a smidgens, and let me find my brush for this. Now I do like to use angled brushes for this, but I do not want to use my new Jack the Skeleton one for this. I do not want that to be its first use. Now the only thing about using concealer to do this instead of an actual tinted eye primer is that the color sometimes blends into it, but that's okay, because I can make that work better than I could just the straight up original color. perfect. And then I'm going to take the same, you know what? I'm going to take the angled brush. Where'd it go? From the Nightmare Before Christmas. And I am going to pick up the shade Oogie's Lair right here. This green. Green and blue. Or yellow and blue. You know, yeah, I'm going to use Oogie's Lair. I might put yellow in the inner corner. We'll see. Gonna be a little crazy. So I'm going to take this and just put it right here. That's all just from one little dabble in the pan. Not bad at all. I'm also going to take it a little bit on my finger, not too much, and just go over it just a smidge. I'm going to dab it right here to blend it into that color. And so far, I'm absolutely loving the quality of this palette. Now, I am going to do the other eye the same as I did this one, and I will be right back. Alright, so we're back, and I now have both eyes finished. I absolutely love the way that this has turned out. I am going to take just a little bit of the Dead of Night shade and put it right here. And then I'm going to blend that just a smidge. And then I'm going to take just a little bit of Jack's House, that black glittery color, and put it really close to my eye. And then I'm going to do it to the other eye really fast. Alright, and then for the inner corner, I think I'm going to go in with Everybody Scream. And then I'm going to take it and put it right here. Alright, and I am absolutely in love with the way that this is turning out. Next is the highlight, and I don't know which one I want to go in with. I think I'm going to go in with the Misfit Love one, which is the lighter one. And then I'm going to take this brush from the Nightmare Before Christmas set. I'm going to just take just a little. I barely touched my brush to it, and it picked up a lot. So, here it goes. Look at that. Oh my god, I have a new favorite highlight. Again, there is just a smidge of fallout. I'm also going to take just a little bit and put it right here underneath my brows. I am absolutely loving it. Alright. So my thought on that highlighter is it is just stunning. I absolutely love it. Because I am one for just really bright, really big highlights. Alright, and the last thing is the lips. I have no idea what shade I want to go into my lips with, which one would go best with this look. I feel like the pink would be a little strange to wear with the blue, but you know what? Let's go for it. If it looks bad, I'll just wipe it off and I will go into GAC. So this is the Sally, just regular doe foot applicator. That is all just from one dip. And look at that. It is absolutely gorgeous. And again, it is a little more on the sheer side because it is a gloss, but absolutely beautiful. So let me put on my mascara and bottom liner, and I will be right back to finish up this video and tell you my full thoughts on this collection, which ones I think you should get and which ones I think you should pass on. Alright, so we are back and the look is finished. So here is a closer look. Alright, so my complete thoughts on this collection. We'll start off with the gloss. It is actually extremely comfortable on the lips. It is not sticky whatsoever. I almost can't even tell I'm wearing gloss, and I don't typically wear gloss. So I really like these glosses a lot more than I expected. And then next is the highlighter. I am just blown away by those two highlighters. Just absolutely gorgeous. Amazing highlight in my personal opinion. Now, are they going to be like Jeffree Star quality? No, but they are only $10. And for $10, they are really good. And then the palette. This I did blend just a little bit better than this one, so I don't know if it's because I went in with their blending brush, but as for the palettes, for $22, it is actually pretty good quality. Now, again, it's not going to be phenomenal quality because you are getting 32 different shades for only $22, but for the price point, it is a really good buy. I think it is most definitely worth the $22 for the palette. And if you have not already, I highly recommend that you go pick one of these up. I am blown away by the way that this turned out. I mean, there is no patchiness. It's amazing. The pigment is just beautiful. So for $22, yes, go pick up this palette. And just look at all the colors still there. Some of them I have wiped away, but that's also because I've dealt with my kid. But I definitely recommend you go out and get the palette if you have not already. It is more than worth the $22. And then as for the brushes, I was not impressed whatsoever with these brushes. They're just typical little brushes. I mean, the highlighter and face brushes are just your typical brush. The blending brush was way too dense for me personally. I did not like it whatsoever. And then the angled brush that I used to put on the shimmer, I mean, it's just an angled brush. So I do not think that the brushes are worth the $24 in my personal opinion. And like I said earlier, at that point, you are just paying for the packaging and not the brushes themselves. Because the brushes are about typical quality. Like, they're not amazing quality. They're not great quality. They're not something that I personally think is worth $24. And is that everything? Yes. So as for this collection, I am blown away by it. I definitely am going to get my hands on more Makeup Revolution and try them. So far, I absolutely love their formula. It is, like I said, it's not the best formula, but for their price point, it is really good. So if you have not tried them, I definitely recommend them. I am definitely going to dabble into some more of their products for you guys. If there is anything else by them that you would like to see me review before you buy it, please let me know, and I will definitely try to get my hands on it for you guys. And thank you guys so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and like I said, I hope that you go out there and get this collection, because for me, I'm in love. The packaging is just phenomenal. It is to die for. It is just absolutely beautiful and perfect. And the quality just blew me away. I was not expecting this quality from them because, like I said, I heard so many different mixed emotions about them. And honestly, I didn't expect too much from them. Whenever I bought them, I was just expecting, you know, just really, I don't want to say I was expecting bad quality, but I wasn't expecting the quality that I did receive. So they are definitely stepping up their game. I definitely recommend that you go check them out, especially this collection, because this packaging alone is just phenomenal. I mean, it's just cardboard, but it also like has a magnet right here that helps it close, and it's thicker cardboard. So for me, I think it is just amazing. I'm going to put it back in its boxes because I have like an OCD thing about keeping boxes, so they will stay in their boxes. And I am so excited to create more looks with this. Now, the highlighter that I used, the Misfit Love, I would definitely be going out and picking me up another one, hopefully, if I can get my fingers on it, because it is just phenomenal. And whenever I run out, I am going to be so sad. I just, look at that. I can't get over the highlight and how great it was. So, again, blown away by this collection, and I hope that you guys enjoyed this video and got a lot of what you were looking for out of this video. I appreciate it so very much. Thank you. Bye. Brush that I will use for Okay, go. Go.